Hi, Samantha. Hello. Hi, Samantha. Hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Samantha Uncut, where I discuss celebrity news, hot topics, reality TV, and so much more. All commentary is alleged and in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Hey, everyone. I hope you all are having an amazing morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. I'm back with some trending news. Before we get into that, y'all know what to do. Make sure that you like, comment, and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to follow me on my social media platform at Samantha Uncut on Instagram and Samantha.uncut on TikTok. So I'm back making this quick video regarding some trending news, or I should say hot topics, because these individuals on my thumbnail, they have been in the news recently, and it's been a hot topic regarding them. We're going to start off with Olandria Carthen, and she is a breakout star from Love Island Season 7 USA. I'm not sure if I have any Love Island fans or subscribers, but she is doing some amazing things, and we're going to talk about her because she just landed the cover of Harper's Bazaar magazine, and we're gonna get into that. So since the season wrap of Love Island season 7 USA, Olandria Carthen, who was the runner-up on season 7, because the winners were Amaya and Brian. Nobody knows about them, and I don't think a lot of people care about them because allegedly their relationship was fake, but that's not what this video is about. So Olandria, who finished the season, she's dating Nicholas Van Steenberg. They were the runner-ups, and they were dubbed the people's champions or the people's favorites because they have this huge fan base, especially Olandria. She has this huge fan base, and since wrapping up the season, she has been on a nonstop winning season. She has landed the cover of Harper's Bazaar. And let me tell you how iconic this is, because she's in the lineup of icons like Beyonce, Janet Jackson, the Tyra Banks. These are all individuals who have been featured on the cover of Harper's Bazaar. And I see some people online talking about, she wasn't paid for this feature, and it's not a win, it's only a digital issue. And it's just like, y'all don't understand fashion, and y'all don't understand how these things work when someone is featured on the cover of a huge magazine. For her to be featured on the magazine, her team had to pitch that idea to the company, and they had to agree to it, to put her on the cover, which means that they saw value in her, which means that they are going to get a huge return on her, on investing into her. And this is not the only campaign that Olandria have secured since leaving Love Island. She has done partnerships with EOS. She has done partnerships with NYX Cosmetics, and then she is now modeling for Reebok. She is modeling the Angel Reese one sneaker that will be releasing shortly. And she also did an interview with Angel Reese on her podcast, so I want you guys to go over there and check that out. Angel Reese's podcast is available on YouTube and also on all platforms that host podcasts. Her podcast is called Unapologetically Angel. I had to think about that for a second because I forgot what her podcast was called. But anyways, Olandria, she was also featured on the cover of Ebony magazine recently. She walked in the, I believe it was New York Fashion Week that she was a model. She's becoming a muse for major designers like even Brandon Blackwood. She was on the red carpet recently with, and she is doing some amazing things, and I cannot believe that there are people who are discounting what this girl has accomplished within 4 months of her being off a reality show. And if you realize, like, not a lot of people who go on like these reality shows like Love Island, Perfect Match, Love is Blind, and all these things, not those people don't really get a lot of opportunities. You have to be remarkable to get certain opportunities when you come off these shows, and for brands to really recognize and want to work with you. So it's clear that Olandria is doing something right, her team is doing something right, and she has that it factor where brands are willing to invest in her because they understand that they are going to get a huge return on their investment when they invest in her. She is beautiful, she's stunning, and to see some comments about her online, it's kind of disheartening. And maybe that's why I didn't really watch Love Island season 7. I saw the clips online, like bits and pieces. I followed the story based on online clips, and I saw bits and pieces of what happened. And I don't even want to get into the whole Shelly, Ace, Olandria, Nick. I don't even want to do all of that because that just seems draining, and we're not gonna do that. For me, I just want to focus on this girl, her accomplishments, and the major things that she's about to do. Like, she is shifting the way that brands look at reality stars. Y'all don't even understand how huge that is. I also want to say shout out to Hair by E Style. She's a Toronto hairstylist, and she did her thing on Olandria's hair for this magazine spread. But this is what she had to say online on her Twitter, because she is just marveling in, you know, all that she has accomplished over the past 4 months. So this is what she had to say. She said, "I'm so emotional right now, all in 4 months. I'm so proud, damn proud of myself. Y'all support means so much to me. I don't think y'all understand." And I can just imagine how she feels about just seeing herself on the cover, like just seeing herself on the cover. Didn't even think that she would ever grace the cover of any magazine, but to see herself not only on the cover of one magazine but 2 magazines. And I can just imagine how overjoyed she is feeling. And she also said, by quoting, I guess this is someone from her team that reposted the magazine and said that she's in good company, and let's get her to Vogue magazine. And Olandria reposted that, saying she's in a lineup full of legends and how she loves it here. And she's always showing love to other Black women, always standing up for what's right. And if you guys haven't watched Love Island, she has faced a lot of racism, a lot of microaggressions from other participants that were on the show, and it's been a huge problematic season. It was one of the most highlighted season of Love Island. It was just a lot. I don't know how people mental was when they were watching the show, but just from the clips that I've seen online and from the backlash that I've seen from some of the participants, I couldn't. I was like, yeah, this is too much for me. I can't. But she is always staying positive and, you know, just being grateful for the opportunities that she has. And what is so remarkable about her is that back in 2024 in August, she had tweeted saying that if I could model full time, a 9 to 5 would never see me again. And how incredible it is that she's able to do this, because she went back to that tweet and she quoted it and she says, "Oh, baby girl, I got news for you." So I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy that she is getting to live out her dreams and she is finally getting the recognition that she deserves. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. And like I said before, she is modeling for Reebok, and and she's gonna be doing some amazing things. I'm sure she has other things coming out this month and in the future. So congratulations to Olandria. Do your thing, girl. You are unstoppable, and your fans are behind you 100%. But let's get into some other news as to why I have Megan Thee Stallion on my thumbnail. So honestly, I want them to just start shutting some of these podcasts off, because some of these guys are getting out of hand and too ridiculous with their commentary on other people, and especially the commentary on Megan Thee Stallion, because she's been getting it a lot lately, especially because of what happened with the case with Tory Lanez, and now she is going through another case with a blogger who allegedly defamed Megan by spreading false information on her YouTube channel, as well as allegedly working with Tory Lanez's family to get false information out there about Megan and the case with Tory Lanez at that time. And so Megan wants to hold her accountable. Now that trial, I'm gonna do another video on that and talk more about that. But this clip that I'm going to be talking about in this video is about a segment that was hosted on Hoopin' and Hollering. It's a podcast that is hosted by, I think his name is Patrick Beverly. He's a former NBA player, and Jason Williams. And they made some comments about Meg Thee Stallion, who is dating Klay Thompson. Klay is an athlete. He plays for Dallas Mavericks, if you guys don't know. So they made some very disparaging comments about Megan Thee Stallion, and Klay had to show up in the comments to basically check them on what they said about Megan, because they're basically trying to blame Megan for the way that Klay is playing or his shortcomings on the court. Klay has experienced some injuries recently, so he's not playing the best of his game, and this is not something that is due to Megan. This has happened before in Klay's career. He is about 35 years old, and you know, when you get to a certain age, especially as an athlete, your body starts giving out certain places, and you succumb to certain injuries, and you may not play on top of your game. But some people seem to think that it's all Megan's fault, and she is taking his time away from basketball. And some people, including Shaq, had stuff to say about Megan, and she has been getting the backlash from Klay not playing or performing well in the NBA. And Klay was also benched recently, so he's not active on the court. He's on the bench right now. So some people are really blaming Megan because they think that their relationship is overshadowing his career or his performance on the court. And so this is what they had to say.
Klay Thompson, y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot it like this. And for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay, like, come on.
He said that?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, he's got a beautiful. Speaking of BBL,
yeah.
Just look at them. Just look at them. Just pathetic. Like, what does having a relationship have to do with him not performing well? And if he recognizes that he is out of his prime, then he would know his body, right? Because he's not 25. And to my knowledge, Megan have never admitted to having any BBL. So what is that man talking about? Oh, he has a nice piece of BBL. Like, sir, please do not comment on black folks' business. Just stay out of it.
I'm from West Virginia, man. I've been taught a lot by some old folks, old white folks. It only takes drag a battleship across the desert. That's how powerful it is.
Grown men just snickering, laughing, agreeing to derogatory, like another man referring to another woman's private area and just agreeing with the commentary. Like,
just men of no integrity, men of no value.
So
most wars,
it got something to, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson, I ain't saying that's what it is, but that might be what it is.
To me, I don't understand how every time a man is failing or he's falling short to his responsibilities, his woman or his wife gets blamed for his shortcomings. Like, it just does not make sense to me, and why Megan is the target for all these men who just seem to want to just punch at her. It's crazy. And what's interesting to me is that we never really hear too much about Klay Thompson. And if you follow basketball, you would know that Klay has had bad plays in his career. This is not the first time that this has happened. So to blame Megan and their relationship for his shortcomings at this time is really unfair. But I am so glad that Megan have a man like Klay who is willing to stand on business about her and check other men when it comes to his relationship and how they refer to his woman. So this is what Klay had to say to Pat Beverly and Jason Williams and the other two idiots that are on the podcast. And shout out to the Shade Room because I got this screen grab from them. So Klay said to these idiots, he said, referring to my girlfriend as a PUSSY is so disgusting and disturbing, especially from someone who played in the NBA. How would y'all feel if I referred to your wives in such a way? And he at Pat Beverly, he said, do better, fellas. Very disappointing. And I absolutely agree with him, because how dare you refer to someone with such derogatory terms and then blame that person for another individual's shortcomings and how they're performing, and them saying that they've never seen Klay play like this. Y'all are liars, a bunch of liars, and just want to blame this girl because y'all don't like her. It's simple as that. Y'all don't like her for whatever reason. And at this point, I don't care what the reason is, but these men, they are problematic. These podcasts, they are problematic. When you have this kind of commentary, you're problematic. And I don't care. It is not okay to blame a woman for another man's shortcomings. It is not okay to refer to a woman in that manner. And it's just disgusting and disturbing, as Klay said. It's very disappointing, especially from his colleagues. And that's why I'm so glad that he said something, because this is coming from his peers. And put a stop to it at the beginning, because this will let other people know I'm not playing about my woman, and y'all not gonna play on her, in her face, none of that. I am going to step to you guys every time you have something negative to say about who I'm with and who she is or how you refer to her. I'm so happy that he did that, because you don't really hear Klay much, and you don't see him say much publicly, but from what we have seen so far with him and Megan, he's just been a happy camper. Like, he's just enjoying life. He's enjoying his relationship. He's enjoying his girlfriend, and they are just happy together from what we see. And I don't understand why that bothered a lot of people. And even with him being benched, he does not have a problem with being benched, because he also had this to say. And again, shout out to Shade Room, because I got this information from them as well. So in a post-game interview, he said that he is loving or enjoying being on the bench, and that he gets to see the game develop so he can see where to pick his spot. So he doesn't have a problem with being on the bench and getting to see the game from that point of view. And he's just enjoying where he is in his career. He's enjoying his relationship, and he just wants to live happy. So let these people be happy. And that's what I'm gonna say about these idiots who had those comments to say about Megan and Klay. And now I'm gonna move on to another problematic person, but not so problematic. We're gonna be talking about Kayla Nicole. So we're gonna be talking about this Kayla Nicole, not the other one. And she has pissed off the Swifties. I'm a former Swiftie, so I'm not mad about what happened, but let me just give a little backstory. So Kayla Nicole was dating Travis Kelce, who plays for the Kansas Chiefs. Travis is now engaged to Taylor. He's engaged to Taylor Swift, and him and Kayla, they dated for about 5 years, prior to their breakup, where he started dating Taylor Swift. Now, since the breakup, the Swifties have been coming at Kayla Nicole for quite some time. They've been in her comments on Twitter, on TikTok. They're always getting at her, telling her that she's ugly, how Travis upgraded, and how he's doing so much better. He's dating a billionaire. All these comments were on her TikTok, and she's just been getting it a lot from the Swifties. And so it came down to where Taylor recently dropped her album, the Lifestyle of a Showgirl, or something like that it's called. And on one of the songs that's on her album, she made some references that fans have been interpreting to be shade towards Kayla Nicole, because on her song Opalite, this is what she said. She said, you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone, and you were just a pose. Now, there was video where Kayla was with Travis, and he was telling her to get off her phone. So with this reference coming from Taylor Swift on her album, fans interpreted it as her taking a dig at Kayla Nicole. Now, Kayla Nicole didn't respond to Taylor Swift or anything like that. She waited until Halloween, where she did this iconic video that sent the Swifties in a headspin. So for Halloween, Kayla decided to recreate the iconic Toni Braxton video where she was dancing to He Wasn't Man Enough for Me. And so when she dropped this, it went viral, and they were just like, oh, she is clapping back at Taylor Swift. And so the Swifties didn't like it, and so they went about and dug up old tweets from Kayla Nicole that showed how problematic she is, and that people are defending her when she doesn't like black women. She's talked about black women, and she is not the person that people are praising based on this Halloween video. So let's get into what these tweets were. And so I wanted to provide you guys with a little bit of background before I got into those tweets, because that's why I said Kayla is a little bit problematic based on some of these tweets and some of her action in the past, where she has dressed up as Tiana Taylor for Halloween. And at the time when she did the video or dressed up as Tiana Taylor, she was not in a good space with Tiana Taylor, because Kayla Nicole in the past, before, she had dated Iman Shumpert before him and Tiana Taylor got married. So people interpreted Kayla dressing up as Tiana Taylor as a dig at her. And Kayla admitted on the Same Angel Reese podcast, where she said that was a petty thing that she had done, because she had dated this NBA player, and he dumped her for an actress and singer. She didn't identify who it was, but we came to later on know that she was talking about Iman and Teyana Taylor. So Teyana Taylor had responded to her based on that podcast segment that she did where she admitted to dressing up as Teyana Taylor to be petty. So y'all can pause and read, but this is what Teyana Taylor had said to Kayla Nicole at the time when she admitted on the podcast that she was being petty by dressing up as Teyana Taylor when she did the video for Kanye West's Fade video. So that's who Kayla Nicole dressed as. So this is what Teyana Taylor had said. She said that it's really crazy that everybody's allowed to bother me and be distasteful. Everybody gets to play while I move with grace, always. But now I want to have a little Sagittarius fun too, and it's a problem. F the Iman part, I'm divorced and happily so. However, her choice of words were very distasteful and uncalled for. She knew exactly what she was doing. That lady said that she was famous at the time. Also said, I don't care who see it. It was very distasteful and uncalled for. Most importantly, she knew people would dig, so automatically my name is attached to the nonsense. At that point, she didn't need to @ me. That was clearly a quick search. My name was trending without an @ before even saying a word. That's how I seen it. LOL. On top of the fact that the math wasn't mathing and the facts weren't facting. However, the level of cringe factor was, I'm finding out just like the world that her intentions were ill and petty. She pulled the black card when it came to Taylor Swift, Lord. But it in the same circle turned around and tried to bully the black woman that was married to her situationship she claimed dumped her for me. Dressing up like me for what? And she went on to say, the crazy part about it all is I actually showed love under her pic when she posted it, like I did all the other people who dressed up as me for Halloween. Whole time I didn't even know she was being shady. Now that I do, in that case, petty panties on. Now this all ties into the whole picture of the tweets that I'm gonna get into that the Swifties have dug up to paint the picture that Kayla Nicole is not innocent and that she is problematic. Now, regarding some of these tweets, y'all may not like what I have to say when I start reading them, but we're gonna talk about them. I wanted to provide that background and everything before we get into the tweets and what Kayla Nicole had to say regarding those tweets. And also, I want to say that the tweets were from about 2010 to about 2014. So just keep that in mind as well. And shout out again to the Shade Room because I was able to capture these tweets from the Shade Room. So the first tweet that was posted or dug up from by the Swifties is one where Kayla Nicole said, I'm gonna need black people to stop trying to pull the black card all the time and modernize themselves to all their available opportunities today. Now, with this tweet, I don't necessarily disagree with her. I do feel like sometimes we pull the black card as to why we can't get certain things done. Oh, the system is against us. Yes, I get that, but we have to get out of that mindset and still try to push ourselves as black people forward, because we already know that there are obstacles in our way, but what are we going to do about it? Are we just going to sit in that mindset, or are we going to push through? So I don't necessarily disagree with her on that specific tweet. Now, this one, she said, I can hear this Indian girl praying / chanting through the walls. She got 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna let her know that Buddha isn't real. Shake my head. Now, I do not agree with that, because you can't tell someone how to feel about their religion, and you do not have a right to say which religion is right or how someone should go about their own beliefs. So I do not agree with her on that portion. Then she goes on to another tweet where she said, there's always that one obnoxious, loud black girl with the annoying voice. There's always that one. Shake my head. Now, with this, it came off to some people that she was being stereotypical towards black people and categorizing that. Now, we can agree if we're being honest, we can agree that we've seen or we have friends that are sometimes like this, where they can be obnoxious, they can be loud and dramatic for no reason, and they like to cause a scene in public, and you may not agree with it. Now, some of these tweets are some of our personal thoughts, but we just don't post them out there. And I just want to say, Lord, if I ever get famous, please, y'all, if you see any tweets from me from when I was like 17, 16 or wherever, over 15, 10 years ago, forgive me, because sometimes we say things that we don't deem, like at that time, we don't see a problem with it. But as you grow as an individual, you get to see that, yeah, you're being problematic. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being a hateful person. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person, but it could be problematic for your career in the future. Now, when it comes to anything racist, I don't play that. I don't give no pass for racism. Sorry. Now, she does have some other problematic tweets, and if you want to see them, you can definitely go over to the Shade Room to check them out, because I just wanted to post these ones so you can get the gist of some of the problematic tweets that she had posted in the past that were brought to light by the Swifties to prove that she's not a good person, she doesn't like black women, she's problematic and all of these things. But for me, I feel like I said, you say a lot of things when you are younger and you are in the moment of something, and you just tweet or you say something out loud, and then it becomes a problem for you in the future. A lot of times we as human beings, we think things that we don't necessarily say out loud, but sometimes if we were to say those things out loud, we would be chastised just the same. And I'm glad that she took a moment to take accountability for those tweets, and she issued an apology, and this is what she had to say. You may need to pause and read or zoom in because it might be a little bit smaller for you. But Kayla Nicole, she posted on her story, and she said that, I want to take a moment to sincerely apologize for the hurtful tweets I posted so many years ago. Seeing them resurface last week has been incredibly difficult, and reading them now, I'm ashamed that I ever thought or spoke that way. They were ignorant, hurtful, and completely wrong. The woman I am today would never use those words or express those kinds of views. Over the years, I've seen firsthand how cruel and harmful online hate can be, and I would never want to add to that world of pain in any form. I have since deleted those tweets and my ex account entirely because I refuse to keep that energy alive or contribute to a cycle of hate. I take full responsibility for what I posted, and I am truly sorry to anyone I may have hurt. My heart, values, and perspectives are completely rooted in empathy, love, and respect for others. I can't change the past, but I will continue showing through my actions who I've become and what I stand for today. Now, I really loved this apology because she didn't make excuses for what she said. She owned what she said, and she is admitting that while it was wrong, that's not the kind of woman that she is today, and moving forward she will make better decisions and better choices, and she has done so she's starting to do so by deleting those messages from Twitter and also deleting her account because she does not want to keep that energy around. Now, this is a step, in my opinion, that she's moving in the right direction. I don't necessarily see Kayla as this hateful, vengeful, homophobic person who is rooted in those beliefs. So I'm going to give her grace to make better choices moving forward. Now, if I continue to see that kind of behavior, then that's a different story. But I'm going to allow her some grace to change and make better decisions because, like I said, sometimes we as individuals, we say or we think things that are not the popular opinion of others, and if we were to say these things out loud, then we would be chastised just the same if we were to say some of the things that we're thinking. And sometimes you get caught up in the moment and you say things that you cannot take back because once it's out there for the world to see. And sometimes people will use your words against you. Even if you were 15 years ago, people will still use them against you because you said it and they want to prove a point. Now, while I may not agree with some of the stuff that she has said, I can understand where those tweets were coming from or where some of those views were coming from, because naturally as human beings we do certain things, and some of us right now are thinking things that could get us on trial for treason. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to not hold space for this woman to grow and show us that she has changed and believe that she is this person that she was when she tweeted those tweets in 2010 and 2014. I'm not going to say that she's still that person. I'm going to allow her the room to grow and show us that she has changed. And that's just what I have to say about that segment. And that's why I actually left her for last, because I wanted to show the full picture of why are we here today with these tweets and how your words can be used against you, and how when you have a large fan base such as the Swifties, they will find things that you have done when you were 5 years old and they will bring it to the forefront because they are believing that they're doing this in the name of someone that they love and admire, who is Taylor Swift. And y'all, leave Kayla Nicole alone. Stop going into her Twitter, she doesn't have Twitter anymore, but stop going into her TikTok. That girl can't even post on her TikTok without her comments being flooded with hate. Leave the girl alone, please. But this is all I had to say with regards to this video. I really would love to know what your thoughts are, especially on the Kayla Nicole. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below about everything, but especially about that.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, and I'll see you guys in my next video.